Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! First of all, 2023. Well, what a year. I had to break the news this year to family, friends, but the welding industry of the extremely sad news that Dad passed away. And I don't want to make this morbid. It's Christmas and we're all ready to try and have a good time. I know that everybody who's watching this is going to be thinking about Christmas, Mad Friday, having a great time. I just want to put this out there and say thank you to each and every one of you who supported us through this extremely difficult, heart-wrenching time of, number one, losing Dad. Number two, losing such a staple in the welding industry who's looked after so many people, so many companies over the past 40 years. Many people might only know Dad from here, MS Welding, but he worked in the industry for 8 or 9 years before that and was a fully time-served engineer. You know, there was no way that I was going to get let off easy. And I worked 65, 70 hours a week with my dad every single week. So the loss and the hole, the void that we've been left with is much more than just losing a parent, but I've lost my business partner, my workmate, my friend, the person that I argue with every day is gone. But this last 7 months, I want to thank each and every one of you, customers and suppliers alike, for sticking by us, for supporting us when we needed it, emotionally for sure, for the suppliers that really made sure that we got everything out to our customers just as if nothing had happened. Even if I was in absolute pieces trying to help Mum arrange funerals and stuff. So many people stepped up a level that wasn't needed. Nobody was expected to do that, but you did. And I want to thank each and every one of you. A couple of names come to the top of the list and you know who you are straight away. And I want to talk about 2024 and moving forward. MS Welding is still here. We're still turning out the machines, the repairs, the sales on a daily basis. What you are going to see from me is a lot more in this context with a brand new Weld Like Bazza podcast. That's right. The Weld Like Bazza podcast is going to be coming to you in 2024. Catch me on Spotify and you're going to be able to watch it on YouTube on the MS Welding TV channel. And it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for me to speak to suppliers and welding designers, people who design the machines, not just people who sell machines, but we're going to be talking about the technology behind all the kit. We're going to be talking about some of my biggest customers, and we're going to be talking to some of my biggest customers. We're going to be having a laugh. We're going to be playing innuendo welding bingo, which is going to be a good laugh as well. I'm telling you to tune in and watch in for that one. And there's going to be so much more that you can see that happens behind the scenes at MS Welding, which you probably never even thought of. We're going to be alerting you to new products. There's going to be the offer of the month, which you can only get as a customer if you've watched the podcast and picked up on the offer code. And there's also going to be just industry chat in general. And I was speaking about 2024 not so long ago, 5-10 minutes ago, with Alan from EWM, speaking about where I'm going to place myself in the market in 2024. And it's exactly the same place. High-end equipment, customer service first. And Alan actually brought me to tears. And I didn't think Alan would ever be able to do that. And he did. First of all, congratulations to Alan for getting his pro card and becoming a pro bodybuilder this year. Something that I don't even think Alan thought was achievable when he was doing 1 million miles a week on his bike. But yeah, pro bodybuilder, well done. Round of applause to you, Alan. Really proud of you, by the way, mate. brilliant achievement. But we were speaking about the brand new robot technology, which we're going to be 110% behind here at MS Welding in 2024. Fully EWM robotic solutions are going to be available. But Alan was speaking to me on a completely different level, and he just said, "This is going to be emotional, and I apologise now if this is going to, upset you a little bit." He said, "But one thing that your dad always told me," and this is funny because Dad never told me this, but he told Alan. So Alan said, and these are Alan's words, "One thing your dad always told me is the customers aren't just buying an EWM machine. The customers aren't just buying a CNC bespoke plasma that's been built by MS Welding. Customers aren't just buying a hypertherm plasma system. Customers are buying Barry. Barry becomes a living and breathing part of that company for no extra cost. It's what we do. I'm incredibly geeky about the industry. While everybody's getting drunk on Mad Friday, I will be researching and reading the latest welding technology while wrapping presents. That's what I'm going to be doing. And you might think that's sad, but it's who I am. And, that was the best Christmas present anybody could have given me. Alan simply telling me that my dad had said that to him. So, Merry Christmas to each and every single one of you. Merry Christmas to everybody in the welding industry who supported us through this last 7 months of such an ordeal. I want you all to have a fantastic Christmas and a fantastic new year. Grab your loved ones and forget about welding for a little bit. Give them all a big hug and a kiss. Drink plenty of gin, especially Gary Waterman. Have a good time, mate. And I will see you in 2024. We're going to be live on YouTube. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on Spotify with the brand new Weld Like Bazza podcast. Sponsored, of course, by MS Welding. Merry Christmas and a very happy new year from myself, my mum and my sister and MS Welding. Take care.
The Weld Like Bazza podcast is sponsored by MS Welding, the #1 welding solution provider. mswelding.co.uk